We're just getting back from the Michigan State Open. We took 21 guys, and from week 1 to week 2, it was a better performance for us. You know, we only have we're looking at have 5 freshmen in our lineup and 2 sophomores out of our starting 10. So week 1 to week 2 was a massive improvement. Had a champ in Nicola Rivera, who's currently undefeated, and a runner-up in Zan Fugit, and then a third-place guy from in Luke Condon. All 3 freshmen. So it was a productive weekend, and we came back healthy. So we're getting ready for our home opener next Sunday against Ryder, and we'll keep building.
Just wondering, as we approach the signing period, I know Chris has said there's a possibility of fewer scholarships across the board. I'm just wondering, how have the numbers impacted how many people you're going to be signing this period, any more or less, and do you know what your roster limit is for 25-26 yet?
Right, yeah, nothing changes for us right now. Our administration's doing, an unbelievable job of navigating through all of this roster limit and scholarships and all that good stuff. But nothing's changed for us. We're signing our crew. We expect to sign them all, and nothing's really changed for us, at this moment.
Coach, I got one. We've seen how impactful the field house can be for volleyball and what a great atmosphere it is. Do you experience some of that for wrestling, and do you use that as an advantage in recruiting, that facility?
Yeah, it's amazing. The field house is great. We've got some very, very great loyal fans, and we've got those mat side seats. They sell out. Everybody has a waiting list for them, so it's an amazing environment. It's loud. It's historical. The crew does a great job with the videos and the music, and our guys love wrestling there. So we try to get as many home duels as we possibly can. Our guys, we definitely put on a show there for them, and we show it off in the recruiting process.
Yeah, Coach. Obviously Rivera's win over Blake West was kind of considered an upset. Just what has stood out so far about him and his ability to be undefeated still?
He's we had him in the lineup last year, and basically he was wrestling 133, which is not his natural weight. And he was around a lot of veterans. Eric Barnett was our All-American, and he had to wrestle him a lot, and he learned from him. And then getting him down to weight, his whole attitude has changed. And then again, right, we always say that the biggest growth in our sport is from year 1 to year 2. He was here all summer. He's a local kid. He was here all summer. He put in a heck of a summer, and he's actually got stronger. He's got leaner, and he's down to his natural weight. And he's a tough guy to wrestle. He's unorthodox. He does a lot of things that you shouldn't do, and it works out in his favor. And again, it was a heck of a performance. He pinned West. That kid's been around a long, long time, and that's a big win. So I'm excited to see how far this guy goes. But he's a heck of a young man, right from Stoughton High School, a local kid. So it's even better.
Coach, you talked about the youth on this team. Could you just tell me how you are handling this young group and as these young men kind of come into maturity?
Yeah, it's awesome. Our roster is so young. It's probably the youngest roster I've ever had in my life, up and down the 30-man roster. And every day is an adventure, right? You've got young kids in there. They're 17, 18, 19 years old. You don't know what each day brings, but it's also just a lot of fun. They're young kids. You got to hand feed them a little bit, but then you also have some that have been around the block and have made world teams and understand how to compete and understand. So it's a lot of fun. This is one of the best group of guys I've ever been around. Our roster is as tight as it's ever been. We have a lot of unselfish kids, and in this sport, that's very, very hard to find. So we're just very excited. But we've got 4 years with most of them still left, and they're going to be, the future is bright for these guys. But we're looking at this year to see how far we can actually take them.
Coach, I got one more. You and Luke Fickle have developed a pretty close relationship. What have you learned about him in the last 2 years or so, and how do you guys lean on each other and help each other?
Yeah, Coach is the best. First off, he's a family man. His faith is amazing, and just being around him. We spend an hour a week having coffee every day, and to carve out a time, right, in his hectic schedule to have coffee with a bunch of wrestling coaches is very unique. And I'm very blessed to be in a position to think that I have problems, right? When I go up and talk to him and how he's navigated things and the scale and the pressure and all that good stuff. But it's awesome. He's got a couple of sons that come down to the wrestling room along with I know Coach Longo has a son that comes down as well and works out in our room. And it's just great to be around them, outside of the coaching world. When you get together and talk about family and you talk about things that are outside of just the coach talk, it really goes a long way. And so we've all developed a relationship. Coach is one of the best, and everything he's doing is just amazing.